I get it because, and I've never said this before, but they had this pyramid of 26 beautiful, intelligent women standing there, just staring at me like I was a piece of meat. I was in the center, just dressed up in a suit, and I felt like I am more than this. Mm-hmm. And they would just look at me, and I had to do nothing. I felt like so I get it. I felt like, why? They just had me there to tell them to open up cases.
So what's it been like working with ISSA to team up on cleaning?
Eye-opening and freakish, but wonderful. You know what? It's kind of funny because I wonder if I'm the perfect spokesperson, because this has been an issue that I've been, I don't know how to get this. There's something on the screen. But anyway, the point is that clean has been my fuel for life. And what they made me realize, this ISSA, who I've worked with before. I've gone to their conventions. Do you know who they are? Do you know what they are? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So everything that every company that, does cleaning, that manufactures cleaning, they kind of oversee it. Mm-hmm. And we realized how important it is to be clean, even for our own health and safety. And I learned things that I didn't know before, just dealing with, that if you're eating off of clean surfaces and you're, washing up or going to public restrooms in clean places, that that's better than not. Mm-hmm. But what you don't realize is even how to do it and how to check for it. And my nightmare has been realized. Right. To be honest with you. I realize that people don't really know what they're doing, and ISSA has made their mission in kind of educating and informing the public and companies and industries how and what to clean. I didn't even know that if you spray an antibacterial spray and you want to clean a tabletop, right? You probably just spray it and then wipe around and that's it. But that's not how you clean it. And that's not how it works, It has to dwell there for like 5 seconds to kill the bacteria. So that if you're spraying it on and then just wiping it off, you're not actually cleaning the bacteria. So now I'm a cleaning expert.
Well, I just learned something too. And now I'm like, oh my God, I gotta go re-clean everything in my house.
Right, but that's the point. The point is it's really easy to do. Yeah. It's just that nobody took, in any other industry or any other equipment or any other, if you're taking medication, you kind of read the instructions and you know how to do it. You don't take this pill before you eat. You don't turn on this machinery before you put this down. Cleaning is probably the one thing that affects more people than any one thing, and nobody even understands the instructions or what to look for or just how to do it. And it's, all the products are available to us all the various ways of knowing it's clean. Like just close your toilet seat before you flush. When you flush, he called that, I think he called it like a plumbing sneeze. Mm-hmm. There is just, whatever flying all over the room and touching walls.
Oh man.
Right, so just close the toilet seat. That's just easy.
Right.
So, so I did this little campaign where we went to public places, whether it be restaurants or public restrooms or hotel rooms where I live. That's what I live. My house is really clean, but I don't know that any other places, there are a lot of clean places, but I don't know that. I live I did before the pandemic, on the road. So if you go to rethinkclean.org, you can see these little funny, informative kind of videos that we did to kind of inform the world of what is clean and how to clean.
Yeah, I think they're great. How we clean it, I think they're fantastic. And so did this change your mindset when you go to hotels and go to restaurants? Because like you said, you are very conscious about cleaning. So how did this change your mindset?
Well, if I see an ISSA sticker, I'm thrilled. Mm-hmm. If I don't see an ISSA sticker, then I'm very, which isn't great for me, but I'm overly alert. Like if I go sit in a restaurant and I watch somebody at another table get up, and then I watch the person come over, and if they have like an old damp towel that's already been wiping, 30 other tables before they get to that table, and they spray something and then they're just circulating, I just go, I rethink clean. If that's what is happening there, then my phone isn't sitting on the table, and my hands aren't on the table. I don't feel good about the forks and knives being on the table. So I think awareness and education is the best tool for health and safety and just wellness. And ISSA's mission is just education.
Definitely. Well, I know you have a lot of big things coming up in the next few months, especially with America's Got Talent All-Stars that's coming out next year. It's so exciting. What can you kind of tease about it? I know not all of the judges are back, but the three of you are back. So what can you kind of tease about the All-Star?
It's me, Heidi, and Simon, and Terry is hosting. And I got to say, I'm in the midst of recording it right now. Mm-hmm. It is so exciting because it is the best of the best. They have either come really close to winning, or they have a redemption story of where, they went so far and then they missed it. But this isn't only from AGT. This is from all over the world. So you are seeing some of your favorites, coming back. And I'm talking about favorites that have huge careers and are making huge money, are just come back. I think of this as the Super Bowl or the US Open of talent, because Simon always asked him, like, why would you even come back? You have your own room in Vegas. You're making $100 million. Why would you even come back? And you realize that people who are great at what they do and professional at what they do have a tendency to want to compete. Mm-hmm. So it's why didn't Nadal, compete in the US Open, the Australia Open, and Wimbledon? Like, you just want to keep showing up and just beating everybody. Mm-hmm. And the best of the best from all over the world, from the winners of BGT, CGT, which I'm doing at the same time. I'm doing Canada's Got Talent. I'm taping both at the same time right now. And Canada's Got Talent really raised the bar from last year. We have some talent. I just hit a golden buzzer on Canada's Got Talent that I'm so excited about. That is probably one of my favorite golden buzzers of all time. But what I'm saying is the pressure is also added. I think people think when they come to AGT, you see all levels of professionalism and expertise. Some people are working, some people are trying it for the first time. Some people, this is a dream. I've never tried this before, but now I'm going to sing. I've waited for my kids to grow up. Whereas AGT All-Stars, they've all these acts have already made their mark, have realized dreams, have raised the level. And these are like just professional winners coming together and competing against each other. It's a lot more competitive. Mm-hmm. It's the bar is higher. You're seeing winner against winner.
I can't wait to see it. It sounds like it's going to be a great show.
It's amazing and jaw-dropping.
Mm-hmm, definitely. I wanted to get your reaction because obviously Deal or No Deal has been in the news recently with Meghan Markle's remarks saying the show made her feel like a bimbo and she left her with a pit in her stomach. So I wanted to get your reaction to that.
I get it because, and I've never said this before, but they had this pyramid of 26 beautiful, intelligent women standing there, just staring at me like I was a piece of meat. I was in the center, just dressed up in a suit, and I felt like I am more than this. Mm-hmm. And they would just look at me, and I had to do nothing. I felt like so I get it. I felt like, why? They just had me there to tell them to open up cases. Mm-hmm. I mean, I get it. I felt like nothing. And that's why I've moved on and become a judge on AGT. I just needed more than to be a Deal or No Deal host. So I get it. They were just, I'm telling you, for hours a day, 26 women just staring at me like I'm a piece of meat. So I get it.
You get it. But looking back, obviously you had a great experience on the show and it was a great workplace environment.
It was a great workplace environment. I think if you talk to most people, I don't even think she said it was a bad workplace environment. Right. She's talking about her personal, what was going on in her mind. Listen, some people show up, at an office and don't feel good about it and decide to change careers, It's not like, I don't think she's maligning Deal or No Deal. I think that, and I could be wrong, I don't think there weren't ever complaints from any of the women. And unlike most shows up until that point, that, the ladies had more to do. They weren't just pointing out gifts and opening, a lot of times they were mic'd and they had their input. And these people were, most of them were a lot more intelligent and accomplished than I ever was. I remember number 2 was, she just had graduated law school and became a lawyer. She was a lawyer. She married Marty Fish. What was her name? It's really hard for me to remember everybody's name. I remember numbers now. But Claudia Jordan went on to, do Housewives and host. She hosted Mrs. Universe. And, Chrissy Teigen was also a Deal or No Deal model. I've never really heard anybody complain, and I don't think Meghan is complaining. I think Meghan just said she wanted to do more. She wanted to, it wasn't fulfilling for her. And you could be, a senator and think, I don't want to be in public service anymore. This is not fulfilling. So I don't know why there is a big hoopla, except I have to say that me standing there with 26 women staring at me made me feel like a bimbo.
Well, Howie,
gorgeous like me. I know why I'm hired, and then I know why I do. When you're gorgeous like me, that just comes with the job.
It does, comes with the territory.
I said, can I do something? They used to say, shut up and just tell them to open the case.
Well, Howie, thank you so much. I appreciate your time, and it was great catching up. And it's so excited for the upcoming season of America's Got Talent All-Stars.
And Canada's Got Talent.
And Canada's Got Talent. It's going to be great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For more news, content, and exclusive interviews, make sure to hit the sub, like, and bell button down below and visit usmagazine.com.